everyone, welcome to the tutorial for HTML and CSS. In this video, we're going to be making a portfolio of ourselves while learning some of the basic tags of HTML along with some properties of CSS. So to give you a small introduction, the HTML is basically hypertext markup language that is used to add content to a web page. Whatever content you see, such as the text, the images, the videos, are added by using the HTML document. And CSS is the styling part, and we'll come back to that later. For now, let's start with HTML. So one of the first tag used in HTML is the doctype Html. This tells the browser that this document is a HTML5 document. So this tag represents HTML5 because that HTML5 is the latest version of HTML. And after this, we have the HTML tag, the HTML open and close tag, right? In this, the whatever we have to write in HTML comes in between these two tags. So the first part is the head tag. The head tag contains the basic information of the web page, such as the title of the web page, as well as some referencing to other files. And then we have the body tag. And body tag contains all the text, the images, the videos you want to put on your web page. Now in the head, we have a tag called the title tag. So because it's a portfolio, I'll just write my name over here, and I can view my page. You can see it by clicking over here. So whatever changes you make will be instantly added to the page and be shown to you. So as you can see, the web page is it's supposed to be empty, right? Because we have nothing written over there, but we have the title. So whatever you write in the title will appear over here, right? So you make whatever title you want to give to your web page, you have to write it over here in the title tag. Then in body, if you write something without any tag, that would get rendered up like this. As you can see, this is the default font and default font size. And if you want to make some changes, suppose the heading. So for headings, we normally use the H1 tag. H1 tag is used for the main heading of the web page. So if you see, now you can see the text has become bigger and bolder, and it catches your eyes. So the attention, it catches your attention. And if you write something without it, it will get rendered up like this. So you can see the difference. Now the heading tags are up to 6 levels, from H1 to H6, H1 being the biggest and H6 being the smallest. So let me show you how H6 looks like as well in comparison to H1. So this is the default size. Now let's add the heading, and we have to make some changes to style the web page. I want my heading to be in the center and everything. So let's work on that now. So I'm gonna go here and create a new file called style.css. Style.css will contain all the colors and changes about how attractive we want to make the page, underlines and everything we want to add. So we'll do it through the style. So first we have to link it with the HTML document, and as I said, referencing to other files is done in the head. We'll link it over here, link, and you have to give the path of the file. Because it's in the same folder, you can straight away give the name in this case, and then you have to tell it what type of file is this. So this is the style sheet. So this is linked. Let's check. So to select any element, now because this is a basic tag and I want to select it in style.css from the HTML document, so I can just straight away write the tag. And over here you have to specify what changes you have to make. suppose background color. Let's add some background color. Yeah, because this is Visual Studio Code, right? If you hover over it, you can see the color picker and select whatever color you like. So let's find a nice color. Yeah, I think this will do. Okay, great. So our file has been linked, and let's go to the next step. Now I want to center this. So before centering it, to center it, what I would do is there's a property called Flexbox in HTML, which is being used a lot nowadays. It has made the work very easy. So you just have to write display flex, and after writing it, you won't see any changes now, but we're going to make some changes. And it has certain properties like align items to the center, this, and justify content to the center. And we also have to give a height over here. So let's say height as 100 VH. Great. So now you can see it's in the center. So 100 VH is nothing but the total viewport height from here to here. And as it's in the center, we can get and proceed with the next part. Now below that, I want to let's add some style over here. So to select a particular tag, now if I just write h1 and if I use h1 somewhere else as well, then both of them will be selected in the style CSS. And what if I want to just style one of them in certain way? So you can use a class selector or an ID selector, but let's use class over here. So the difference between class and ID is a class name can be added to many different elements. Many elements can have the same class name, but each and every element will have only one ID. So in class, let us give the class name as main heading, and let's go over here. So to select the main heading class, I would use a dot. So to select a class, you use dot, and to select an ID, use the hash. So dot main heading, and you add the property. So I want the color to be white. So you can see the color of the name or the heading has become white. And let us add some letter spacing. Suppose 5px. And let me change the font size as well. Around let us say 25px. Oh, I need something bigger. 50px. Some more. 80. Yeah, I guess this will do. So after that, let us go back to over here, and let me add an image. So to add an image in the HTML document, you use the image tag, and then there's the src. Now in src, you have to specify the path of the image. As you can see, I've already added some an image folder over here which contains several images. So I want to select this image. So I'll write the path over here, the name of the image folder, images / self.jpg. And let's see if we just add it. How does it look? Yeah, but we want it to be in a column. We want it to appear in a column, right? The image should be on the top, the name should be below. So to do that, I'll go over here and I'll just write a Flexbox property again, that is flex direction column. Great. So that's done. Let's make the image a bit more better. So we'll add a class to image, class profile pic. Now again, to select a class, you use a dot pic, and let's add a height of, let us say, 200px and a width of 200px, so better. And let's add some border to it, a border radius, so it looks a bit circular. Border radius, let us say 50%. Yes, perfect. Now let's add some more details, such as a paragraph, right? So for a paragraph we use a p tag, and hey everyone, I am from Japan and currently a student of computer science. So right now you can see the paragraph come over here, but we're gonna style the paragraph as well, don't worry. And I have skills in, or you can write over here, you can see, you can refer to the skills I have below. So let's style the paragraph now again. So let me show you the ID tag this time. ID, the profile description. So again, to use an ID now, to select an ID element through its ID, I have to use the hash. So profile pic. Okay, now over here, description, sorry, it is description. Now let me say I want this color to be white as well. So you can see it's become white, and let's increase the font size up till 20. Oh, it might be 20 already. 30. Try this. Yeah. So why isn't it showing up over there? 70. Yeah, okay, the mistake was you have to add px over here. So you can see some small mistakes can be so big. So I don't want it to be so big, I guess 20 will do. And after that, let us add some skills below. So for that, let me show you another tag that is called the div tag. Now a div will is basically used to add any element you want which doesn't have a particular tag, and you can give a class to it, skill section. Okay, so what I'm going to do over here is add some images of some technologies such as Flutter, and we're going to style the images later. Let us first add and see how they look. Images, HTML, and images, CSS, and image JavaScript. So yes, right now they are very messed up. That's because we'll need to style them for now. So what we're going to do, we're going to give each of them a class skill image. So I can just give the same class to all the images. And again dot skill image, the height, let's say 100 px, and width 100 px. And one more thing we'll do is we want them to come in a straight row. So again I'll select the skill section over here, dot skill section, and we'll change its display to flex. So I think this should be flex now. Skill image. Yeah, here to refresh it. So now you can see the skill images added over there, but the flutter is bit crumbled over there. So to select that specific image, instead of this I would use an ID, and let's say F skill image, this flutter. So to style that I can use F, oh sorry, yeah, so hash F skill image, and I can add some properties over here such as height 100 px, and let's change its width to 200 px. Better. Now they look all crumbled up and we want some space between them. So what we can do is add some left margin to each image. Margin left. So margin left will be around, let's say 40 px. Yeah. And similarly we can add something after the paragraph, some space. So margin bottom can also be around 20 px. Yeah. Okay, so this is how these are the basics of the HTML and CSS, and I hope you understood what how we use the tags and the properties of HTML. And if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe and comment. Thank you.